are tuned into my weekly talk radio TV show called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced and get happy with Dr. Marissa. And this show is about hope and happiness. So there's no gossip, no scandal. Instead, I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. So I have shows and topics.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days.
Monday, Tuesday,
Happy days.
Wednesday, Thursday,
Happy days.
Friday, whatever.
Happy days.
What a day. Na, 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 na.
I love you.
I love you too.
Best known as the mom from Happy Days, and she is a delightful 89-year young Marion Ross to my studio. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Dr. Marissa, this is such a treat for me. My goodness, you're a wonderment.
Which is exactly the kind of guest that I like. Those who have gone through life, good and bad, and then taken those experiences to alchemize them into the person they are now and doing good on the planet. I'd like you to welcome Corey Feldman.
If you're grateful for it and you say right away, thank you, God. Oh, my God, it's so beautiful. I'm so blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then guess what? More good things will come to you.
Does this sound familiar at all? She's back again to mark my Cancer Awareness and Prevention Month show. Please welcome Fran Drescher. Hi, Fran.
On and supporting cancer schmance. I really appreciate it.
So what would you say are some of the biggest myths, Fran, that people have about cancer?
Well, I would say that they think that there's a cure for it.
Okay.
Instead of a cause for it.
This is the first call-in show when I get to be Dr. Marissa, the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura. And people call in to get their life tires balanced and their critical thinking or their BS, their belief systems, smog checked. And today I am delighted to have Malie calling in from Birmingham, Alabama.
We could go 90 days and end up having terrible sex. And then you say, well, the relationship's not all about sex. Well, if I'm not getting great sex from you, then I'm going to get it from somebody else. Right?
That moose just got put on the table. And I see Josh and Jim.
I have to agree
You're
with Clyde.
both nodding. Ramon's sort of half nodding because his wife's listening. But
I understood what was going to happen if Muhammad Ali's youngest daughter, made public that I was going to become a boxer. So I wanted to make sure this was the path that I wanted to go down.
you are absolutely fabulous, beautiful inside and out. And I'm giving you Dr. Marissa's Beneficial Presence on the Planet Award today.
Thank you.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic point.
When I go, I'm gone.
Are you lonely?
No.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be
But
the answer.
I surround myself with people. I mean, I'm always the one cooking for things. Or I'm always the one that decorates first and come to my house. All the orphans that have no place.
I'm going to have no place to go, so I
Okay,
can
okay,
over.
come on over.
And life is so amazing if we can see it.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pei.
And welcome. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, NBC Sports Radio Station, AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, Tiki Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Streaker, Spreaker. There's no Streaker. I just said that because it rhymes. And more. And why so many places? Well, I want to balance out all the bad news out there that is so ready to come at you every time you visit your smartphone and do this MS, meaningless scrolling, or tune in on the news, TV, radio, whatever it is. The headlines, which are there to give you the 4A syndrome. What is that? Anxious, angry, afraid, and aggravated. But I don't want you doing that. I want you to be amazing. And that's why I'm still here after 706 consecutive weeks. That's over 13 and a half years. And yeah, I'm still going. And the great news is I get to go back to my original morning time on my NBC News Radio channel. 8 a.m. 8's a lucky number, but that's not why. It's the best drive time before you get to work so that you are ready to have a great day. And why is that? Because we always start the show, or I always start the show with having breakfast with you, which is taking a bite out of my gratitude sandwich. If you've been listening for any amount of time, you know that it is a good life habit and a hashtag Blisscipline to replace the MS, to replace the turning on the news, where if it bleeds, it leads, to replace those 4A feelings, angry, afraid, aggravated, and annoyed. Maybe that's a fifth one. Instead, you're going to look outside of yourself, which is the top of the bun. What do you like about what's going on around you? And if you're not looking at the headlines, there's going to be a lot of things that are going well around you. Bottom of the bun is turning your eye inwards. What do you like about yourself? And that's actually the topic of today. So the gratitude sandwich is certainly something that's going to help you discover what you like about yourself, instead of looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking literally, the youngins these days are looking, actually any age, if you're on social, you're looking for likes to define how good you are doing or how good you are, which is a very dangerous way to affirm yourself, because you can be fabulous one day and not so much the next. And if you're comparing yourself to people who have a lot of numbers, everybody I know with big numbers pays for them to keep up with the other. So I don't do that. I like numbers in the sense that, you know, I'm grateful that my YouTube TV impressions are over 4.2 million now, but I don't buy social media numbers simply because I'm a Kevin Costner fan. If you build it, they will come. And that's from Field of Dreams. Great movie. You haven't seen it. But, my job is not to manipulate or want you to like me for silly videos or doing something stupid on camera, which is you'll get the numbers, or if you buy them. Instead, I want you to know, and you do. 4.2 million of you know that if you come here, you're going to get not headlines, but heartlines. And I'm so glad that that is true. I'm also grateful for an amazing weekend.
I was the keynote speaker at a fabulous event called Heaven and Earth Oasis, raising funds for the veterans, a holistic treatment of them. They still need funds, so go to heavenandearthoasis.org and you can donate there. I am grateful that I have a burgeoning closet, not only of my own, but now designers that I get to do some celebrity modeling for, Beata, Caroline. So lots of ways in which to express my creativity. I'm grateful that it's another new week. And last night, the plans didn't crash into each other. We have another new day, a Monday, which is, not rainy days and Mondays always get me up. Hashtag UP unlimited possibilities. And I'm grateful that, yesterday I got to visit with my big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith, who is the founder of Agape International Spiritual Center, and get reconnected with the choir. We're celebrating 39 years of Love Central. So y'all can join me next Sunday in Beverly Hills at the Saban Theater. We'll be celebrating. I'm back on stage. So that'll be kind of fun. And what else am I grateful for? I'm grateful. Well, I'm not going to talk about that. I didn't do very well in Mahjong tournament yesterday, but it's okay. I will do better. I have 3 more tournament rounds to make up for the losses yesterday. But I am grateful that I have a passion to replace sailboat racing that I can't do anymore because of blood clots. But, everything happens for my divine and best good. Finally, I'm grateful that I have been able to travel, and I put the promo up of a great interview that I had with my limitless speaker partner, Jessica Cox, who's amazing. And she brought me on set to be interviewed by Karen Davila in the Philippines, ABS-CBN. This was right before COVID. And it was a great interview. Karen's she's known as the Philippine Oprah, so that was kind of fun. But talking about our topic, why don't we like ourselves? So grateful that even though I can't right now, looks like I can't do any kind of flying without risk, I know that I have had an amazing plethora of places that I've been able to visit and enjoy and get to know incredible people. So for that, I am grateful. Bottom of the bun, good life habit. What do you like about yourself? Well-meaning, sometimes more mean than well. Parents will say, don't toot your own horn. You're not all that. And as a result, we have a hard time liking ourselves, have a hard time taking compliments. Women are infamous about this. If I'm told, your hair looks great today. Oh, I didn't wash it. Great earrings. Oh, got them at the 99-cent store. Great dress. Oh, does it make me look fat? And it's not a good thing when you're so hard on yourself that you cannot even enjoy a compliment. So a bottom of the bun is a practice to remedy that. What do you like about yourself? And we're going to do a lot of that today because that is the topic. But I'll just start and say, I like my inner fashion. I haven't been out of the closet. I'm in the closet, fashion designer, stylist. I enjoy expressing my creativity through what I choose to wear. And that's creativity and dress. When I coach, do happiness coaching, one of the first things that I ask you to do that costs no money is to spend some time in your closet and try on clothes and see how abundant you are, and to dress up in something that makes you feel good. Everybody has that one outfit or two outfits, and wear that. Doesn't matter if it's just not a special occasion. I dress up and show up every day, not for you, but for me. It just makes me feel better. So I appreciate my ability to know that and to pick out great things and be my own best stylist. I appreciate my ability to speak and to write and to communicate. Someone just told me this after my talk on Saturday at Lowry's. So good. I forgot to say I'm grateful for Lowry's, but I was told, you are real and you tell it like it is, and you a little bit of tough love. And I appreciate that I'm able to do that. Like the old expression, you're able to tell someone to go to hell and they want to actually go there. I don't think I'm that bad, but I put the moose on the table, which is my Canadian version of talking about the elephant in the room, because Lord, we really need to begin to take responsibility for our own choices in our lives. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I think that's it. I think it's a good breakfast. I don't see anyone in studio that's participating, at least not in the chat. If you're listening on AM 1050 FM 106.5, please do not chat. But as soon as you get somewhere safe, we'd love to have you join in. All right, that's it for breakfast on this beautiful Monday morning. If you practice every day with me, I'm here every weekday morning. You can do this with me and my co-host or my guests. I promise you will have an amazing day. You'll sandwich your day in the most positive way. Thanks for joining us for breakfast. And now for the topic of the day. Do you like yourself? Do you like yourself? Now, I am not talking about the extreme. I'm sure you know at least one person. I call them, they have blind belief in themselves. There's narcissist on steroids, self-aggrandizement, they think they are hot shiitake. Everybody has the right to their opinion. They know everything. They're never wrong. They have, they have to tell you the truth and be honest with you because that's their job in life. I am not talking about that kind of self-love. Okay, let's just put that moose on the table. That is not what we're talking about. And sometimes, that's one of the reasons why parents say don't toot your own horn. There are cultures that are very specific around you don't say how good you are. Chinese, I know you thought I was Swedish, but Chinese have that thing in the culture where if you asked a Chinese carpenter, does he do good work? He will say, oh, no, just average. 不是我你说得很 very humble. That is the way you're supposed to be. Even though you're the best carpenter in the entire city, you say, no, I'm not. And that sounds good in theory, right? We don't want braggarts walking around. However, we also have developed as a result of that people who are constantly so hard on themselves. They don't feel good unless they are put on a pedestal, unless people are giving them respect, unless people are putting them on a pedestal. And that, my friends, is not a great strategy to feel good about yourself. Why? As much as you are on a pedestal, you can fall off. As much as people, you see it in social media, 1 minute everybody loves you, and then TMZ puts out one thing, real or not, and everybody hates you. And frankly, my dear, that is a very difficult seat to be on. As well, you were trained as a kid. If you do this, I will be happy. If you say this, I will be happy. Both parents, insignificant others, I mean, spouses, partners, right? If you loved me, you would compliment me more. So then they would say, that you look nice in that. And then I would say, I shouldn't have to ask you to compliment me. My poor husband was, copy doing a rock and a hard place because, you're not happy if I don't compliment you. And when I do, you're still not happy. If you are looking for love and approval and worth and self-esteem and worthiness and I'm good enoughness from other people, you will be disappointed time after time after time. If you're going to the tractor for milk, if you grew up as one of the 7 out of 10 of us who've had childhood trauma, you have a habit of going to people for love who can't even give you love. You learn how to do that when you're a kid. You're trying to fix that thing that didn't work growing up. You attract people who you continue to have to try to get them to love you. And it's a bad habit. It's a lot of times unconscious. It is a lot of the time so deeply ingrained you don't even know you're doing it, that you continue to attract difficult people, bosses, friends, spouses, partners, mates, you name it. You haven't dealt with that part of you that can like yourself regardless of what other people say, think, behave, have an opinion about you. And this is graduate school, right? If you really want to love your life 88% of the time, if you want to be happy, if you want to claim your birthright to happiness 88% of the time, you got to get a handle on this. You got to be able to really take a good look at yourself and stop criticizing yourself. Stop shooting on yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. And that's the topic for today. So let's start with a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the average? Well, actually, what's helpful when I do this with my audiences, when I speak or clients, is give me a range. On the best day, on a scale of 1 to 10, because 0, you'll be dead, 10, you're going to be dead. You need the contrast. You can't love yourself all the time. That's that extreme narcissist on steroids. You can't not love yourself 0% of the time, or you're dead. So let's go from 1 to 9. On a good day, how much do you like yourself? I'll answer that. Feel free to play along in the cashew gallery, which is my way that I play with words, not peanut gallery, but cashew gallery, on a good day. So on a good day, I would say 8 or 8.8 is my highest of liking myself. I still have, I will always have that critic. And I like that critic because the opposite of the critic is the protector. And I don't want to kill my critic, that voice, that critical voice in my head. I just want to put her in the passenger seat so that she's not constantly yammering at me. So that's the work. But on a great day, I'm a 8.8. On a bad day, when I wake up with a fat and ugly attack, when I know that I've eaten more than I should have, and I'm shitting on myself. I know I didn't sleep as much as I should have, and I'm shitting myself. And I got an insult. Someone insulted me that I didn't even do anything to, but that's our era today. Everybody thinks they have a right to comment, and most of the comments are negative. And then in our own minds, 85% of our 45 to 55,000 thoughts a day are negative. So on those days, and I don't like what I'm wearing or whatever, I would say the lowest I get now is like a 4.4 out of 9. So I don't dip. What before I started my own discipline, before I started this show, I would say January 25th, 2009, I was at a 1. I was not a happy camper at all. And that was the range. And most of the time I was hovering around a 3 or a 4. I really hated myself. I really thought I was a piece of shiitake because I had not healed that part of me that could see the good that I was. So there's my range, 4.4 to 8.8. You see those numbers, don't you? The other day, someone said, "Why do you have so many 8s, Dr. Marissa?" Well, 8 is a lucky number in Mandarin. In Chinese, I grew up in a Chinese household. I was actually born in Canada, but in my culture, my Chinese roots, 8 is a homophone for good fortune. So ba is 8, fa is good fortune, and on the Chinese tiles, the green dragon is fa tai, which is good fortune. So or have good fortune. So why did I start talking about? Oh yeah, 4.4 and 8.8. That's why I have so many 8s. And that's why the book is called 8 Ways to Happiness. So I've lost my train of thought again. The train left the station without me. I was talking about the range and the average. And before I really worked through the process that I captured in this best-selling book, and I'm giving it to you today as the Asian Oprah giveaway, the audiobook copy of this book. And I sold out on Saturday at the event. I'm happy about that, which just means I'm ordering more books because I'm doing another book signing at in the Valley at a wonderful clothing store that you will have to come. And I'm actually wearing one of the pieces. Let's see if you can see this. It's a fabulous cotton piece that is from Maggie's. And I'll tell you more about that as the weeks go by so you can put it on your calendar. But it is Mental Health Matters Mondays. That's why I give away the audiobook. And that is the workbook that was written not as a psychologist telling you how to be happy, but as one of the 7 out of 10 of us. My honorable moniker, Oprah, says it's 8 out of 10. Psychologists today say it's 90-some% of why we have some issues is because that's how many people grew up with childhood trauma. My honorable moniker, Oprah, has been very upfront about her own, and I credit her with mainstreaming the whole conversation about self and loving yourself and how important self-care and self-love is. So it is an honor to be called the Asian Oprah. But here we go on if you don't like yourself, and you know, you don't have to put it in the chat, but if you know that you're not as happy as you want to be, if you know that you could be happier, and when I ask people to raise their hands on that, everybody does, right? You know, somehow your inner knows, your heart knows, your soul knows that we are all meant to be our biggest fans, right? But because of some BS, some belief systems that we grew up with, like I mentioned earlier, make me happy if you. So one of the biggest BS belief systems that contributed to low self-esteem, low self-worth, not liking ourselves, is holding constant the BS, the belief system that our job in life is to make other people happy. Did you hear that? Right? We were told, if you love me, you will. If you are a good daughter, you will. If you are a good friend, you would. So the positioning of self-esteem and self-worth was so external, so that we consciously and subconsciously are so outward looking. We have that antenna up looking to see how good we are based on how happy we make other people. And that is not true. The source of our worthiness, the source of our goodness, the source of who we are at the core of who we are is already done. We don't have to do anything to earn love. Big moose on the table. Moose drop. Yeah, I don't talk about the elephant in the room. I put the moose on the table. This is the biggest moose, and I hope you can hear it. We are born worthy. We are born beautiful. We are born with esteem. We are born knowing how beautiful we are. Look at kids running around. They know how beautiful they are. They know how lovable they are. They know they're here to enjoy life. And then through life experiences and well-meaning parents who sometimes are more mean than well, that whole BS gets buried with new, Abraham Hicks call it pipes, right? New pipes are laid down that are not, they're clogged. They say, you're not worthy unless you make so-and-so happy. And you're not worthy unless you are, and now I'm going to not blame, but I'm going to direct you to another area of BS, belief systems that hurt us, that make us think that we're not worthy, is the whole society American dream. That's not just in America. It is everywhere. Every culture says that if you're one of the haves instead of the have-nots on every level, you are worthy. Right? I mean, come on. American dream, right? You can come to this country and work hard. You can go to a good school. Everybody can do it, but it's still externally defined, right? Work up the ladder. Isn't it interesting? Working up the ladder, rat race, dog eat dog, step on people. And if you look at the pyramid, for every promotion, you have 100 people vying for that position. There's one happy person and 99 pissed off people. No wonder it's no fun at work, right? So the whole way we have life structured in the society, the have and the have-nots, they have this. Let's show off this. Let's show off that. You grow up with Cinderella and Snow White. You have the prince. You have the person that completes you. Thank you very much, Jerry Maguire. Then you will be happy. Everything is outside of yourself. No wonder you don't like yourself. No wonder you feel like you're not good enough. You're comparing constantly. We're taught to compare. Are we in the have group or the have not? Am I keeping it real here, folks? As my big brother says, are you taking what I'm putting down? I hope so, because unless we restructure this fundamental BS belief system, we will not love ourselves, because we're constantly either comparing ourselves to the haves And on every level, there's something you have and something that they don't have, and something they have that's something you don't have, right? If you're constantly comparing outside. Some of you will say, I don't compare. I don't really care what other people are doing. I care what I'm doing. And I say, congratulations. However, what is the standard you are using on yourself? What is the standard that you are using on yourself? Are you a perfectionist? Be honest. How do you know you're a perfectionist? If you get 99 compliments and one insult, where does your mind go? If your mind goes to that one insult and you forget about the 99 compliments, you're a perfectionist. If you are someone who's got to get it perfect or you're not going to produce it, you're a perfectionist. If you're a manipulator because you want to control situations so that they're perfect, otherwise you're not happy, you are a perfectionist. I am a recovering perfectionist. If you say to yourself, I'll be happy when, and I'm not going to be happy until that's done. And even if I've already accumulated this, even if I've already accomplished this, even if I've already done this, even if I've already been successful in this, even if I've done this, this, and this, I still haven't done that. And I can't be happy until I've done that. You are a perfectionist. And if you have perfectionism, it is a dis-ease. You are not at ease with yourself. You're not at ease with your life. Therefore, you will not like yourself, and it will be a long time. Life is not going to be fun for a long time. The best illustration I give you is if you're goal-oriented, high achievement-oriented, and you have a goal, all perfectionists will be like, great, I have a goal. Here we go. Boom, you're at 88%, right? Do you look back and say, wow, that was good? Good job, mama. 88%. Look at how well I did that. No, you're turned this way to look at that 12%, which is not a happy place. It's tense. You got to close it. You still got to move. You got to churn. You got to get up. You got to force it. You got to grind. You got to stay up. That's perfectionism. That is a very stressful place to live. That's why perfectionism is a dis-ease. In that space, you're not going to like yourself. You're going to be hard on yourself. No matter what it is that you've done well, you're going to say, but I didn't do this yet. And my friends, is a formula to not like yourself. And when you are like that and you are in that space, life is not fun. Life is not happy. And I want you to be happy 88% of the time. So have I made a case for how you might have gotten to the place where you do not like yourself? I think I have. I know that I went over. We need to take time for news, weather, traffic. Thanks for the finger. Somebody just gave me, not that finger, but this finger on that, that you're taking what I'm putting down. And we're going to be right back. Don't go away. In 2 and 2, we're going to come back with solution. First half of the show is real, the reality of why we don't like ourselves. And now we're going to come back and have some exercises and look at some Happy 88 tools on how we can like ourselves better. Don't go away. I'll be right back in 2 and 2. As Chuck Woolery used to say, peace in, peace out. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Balanced Tai Chi Gong. My name is Dr. Marissa Pei. For the next 28 minutes, we will be slow dancing with the universe in a moving meditation that promotes inner peace, one breath at a time. Just follow the sound of my voice and move with me as I guide you through this ancient wisdom through New Thought practice. As a corporate psychologist, I created this practice in response to my life and those of my clients. We were professional, high achievement-oriented, multitasking control freaks and exhausted. No matter how many successes, it was never enough. That, coupled with a painful life experience, led me on a quest to find another way to live and back to my Chinese roots. If you practice regularly, I can promise you that it will impact all health vortexes, body, mind, spirit, soul. You will be in a place of balance and inner peace the way we were created. 谢谢.
Be my partner, dance with me, just hold on, I will.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pei.
And welcome back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, home to the Asian Oprah, #1 talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe and give me the finger, this one, not the other one, you will get access to all of my 1,513 show podcasts. And also my red carpet playlist, like interviews with Halle Berry, beloved Quincy Jones, John Travolta. Also my short film, that is PPP, Post-Pandemic Possibilities. And lots of promos like that one, which is the first tool that we're going to talk about, because today is Monday, Mental Health Matters Mondays. And the topic today is, do you like yourself? Do you like yourself? If you did the scale that I started with, if you are not above 4, you might want to rewind and listen to the first part of the show to give you some understanding of maybe how you got to that place, not to blame, but to understand a little. But now this is the most important thing. And this I learned from Esther and Abraham Hicks. It really matters less why. And this is one of the reasons why I'm not a clinical psychologist. I put less importance on understanding why you got to where you are. I'm more of a law of attraction coach and a happiness coach that says it matters more where you are now and what do you want to do different to get to a different place in your tomorrow. So I gave you, but for those analyticals, I know it helps to understand sometimes how you got to where you are. The good news, though, and what I want you to focus on is you do not have to live that way anymore. If you lived as a perfectionist and you got a lot done, but you can't even enjoy your successes, well, today is the new day. Today is the first day for the rest of your life where you can like yourself more. And more, I would say, again, not the extreme. Don't go to the 10. That's a narcissist on steroids. I don't want to create those as a result of this show, but I do want you to be more liking of yourself. So how do we do that? The gratitude sandwich, right? You can do that on the show with me every day, top of the bun. When you're looking outside of yourself first, you're training yourself on how to see the good. Okay. It's not just because what Dr. Wayne Dyer said, 5 things. If you're grateful for 5 things every morning, then you're going to have a great day. I'm an overachiever. You know why I like the number 8. I say 8 things, but it's actually a muscle and there's the background noise that always says what I'm saying is true, extra true. It's a muscle. It's a strengthening exercise to actually look outside yourself in a positive way. We are a habit of complainers now. I am going to launch the 21-day fast from complaining again, because it's a habit. It's a bad life habit. It's a non-useful life habit where if you go anywhere, especially during this season, ironically, this season of joy, you're going to hear the most complaints on the road, in stores, in social gatherings. Complain, 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 complain. It's a habit. So I do the gratitude outwards first, is because I'm working out our ability to actually recognize good things. It's easier sometimes to recognize good things outside of yourself than inside of yourself. So, first thing in the morning, we're exercising our ability to see good. Now, some of you will say, but Dr. Marissa, there isn't anything good going on out there. Listen to the news. And that's exactly why I don't listen to the news. I do not start my day with MS, meaningless scrolling. I do not start the day turning the TV on and or the radio on unless it's to listen to myself, right? Because if it bleeds, it leads. And that negative distraction that makes you, the reason why the 4 A's are in place is because it makes you, if you're happy, you're more likely to leave the show. If you're happy, you're more likely to go and get on with your life. If it's negative and shocking and afraid making and piss offedness generating, you're going to stay tuned to that disaster. Whether it be people or a natural disaster, you're going to watch it, and they want you to do that because then you'll watch the advertisers. You think that there isn't any good news going on? Do you think there aren't headlines going on that are good? You listen to this show. I mean, I made it my unique niche, and it works. 4.2 million of you believe me when I say well-being abounds, and there's something good in every situation. There's something good around you, right, that you can say I'm grateful for. The bottom of the bun is the real work. When you're falling asleep, instead of saying I didn't get this done, I didn't get that done, and or the most powerful thing is ruminating, or I call my version of ruminating, on things that people said about you behind your back that you cannot believe they said, and or people who disagree with you about something and you really need to change their mind. And so you can't fall asleep because you're thinking about the 99 ways to write that perfect letter or the perfect text or the perfect memo to get people to change their mind about you or what you want them to think. And no wonder you can't fall asleep, right? Or you're on that thing that goes click, 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 click. And guess what? It's 3 a.m. Or you're watching a series. I'm guilty of this. I love Nurse Jackie. And you know, it keeps going, right? It's got that automatic next episode, skip the promo, skip the recap, and you're in there. And it goes on. And next thing you know, it's 3 a.m. and you don't get enough sleep. And then you're cranky in the morning because your body needs sleep. Your mind needs sleep, right? So the habit when you're going to sleep is so critical to like yourself. If you purposely think about compliments you've gotten, if you don't like yourself, at least you know everybody has had at least one compliment paid to them, even if you don't believe it. Before you go to sleep, instead of thinking about all the bad things people said about you behind your back or in front of you, why don't you think about the compliments that you've gotten? If you can't Say nice things about yourself. At least think about the nice things that somebody else said. Right? You don't have to believe them, but they did say them. And whether they were on drugs or not, they said them. And if you've had more than one person compliment you about the same thing, it's likely it is true and you should believe them. And it is more important for you to think about all those things, as I said before the break, that are 0 to 88%. Those are the things that went well. Those are the things that were accomplished. Those are the things that you like about yourself. Those are the things that you like about other people. Those are the things that you have accomplished. Those are the achievements you have done. Those are the things that that people have appreciated about you. Why don't you think about those things? Because you are trained as a perfectionist you have a dis-ease with looking at anything that's good. And if you don't look at anything that's good, you will not like yourself. If you don't look at anything that's good outside of yourself, you will not like yourself. If you do not look at anything inside of yourself that you do like or that other people like, if you can't do it for yourself first, you're not gonna like yourself. So start with the compliments. What was the last compliment somebody gave you? Oh, yesterday I was told, well, love your outfit, or you're so stylish, you're so classy, you know how to dress. I'm going to break into your house and steal something from your closet. You are exuberant, you are worthy, you are loved, you are. So I have a lot, right? I've got a lot of compliments. I've had compliments most of my life, but it wasn't until I did that work about letting it in and believing it. It doesn't matter how many compliments you get. If you don't believe it, it might as well be like right over you. I used to say, and see how many of you have had this experience. I used to say, if I could like myself a quarter as much as other people like me, or if I could approve of myself a quarter percent as much, 25% of what other people approve of me or say that I'm good at, I'd be golden. Why? Because I could not change those underlying BS belief systems that I grew up with and had made a core BS foundation for my life, which was, you're not all that. You're fat. You're ugly. You are too loud. You are too much. You are not good. And all of those messages were so deeply ingrained in me. And I chose not to take responsibility for working them through and out of my system. Instead, it was easier for me to feel sorry for me, play the victim, put on the victimhood, and blame others. If you're blaming anyone else for why you don't like yourself, the buck stops right over here. And this is the tough love that people were talking about in my talks. Because I absolutely want you to know that you are absolutely not responsible for any of the ugly things that were said to you as a child by a person that should have known better, but they didn't. You are not responsible for that at all, at all, at all. Please believe me. You didn't do anything or say anything to deserve that. That was their stuff. And I'm sorry it happened. Happened to me, happened to the majority of us, 7 out of 10. However, today and tomorrow, I have a choice. I can continue to live in that place of broken, I'm not good enough. I don't like myself. I must have been, I must be a horrible person to have had that happen. That's bullshit hockey. That happened had nothing to do with you. This happening has everything to do with you. Because if you're still blaming now for stuff that was done to you, you're missing out. You don't like yourself. Why? Because someone else didn't like you? Right now, I have the power and the choice to say, you know what? I'm not perfect and I do step in it. But most of the time, am I kind? I try. Am I caring? I try. I do the best that I can with that. Am I loving? I try and do the best that I can. Am I creative? Yeah, I'm creative most of the time. Am I helpful? I try. 88% of the time I hit the mark, 12% of the time I step in it. Because I'm human. I'm not perfect. But most of the time, I do the best I can with the time that I have and the resources I have. And I do pretty darn good. And so do you. So do you. And if you can't believe that, it's okay. It takes time. It's not a switch. It takes practice. I gave you all kinds of ways to practice. Easiest way is to meet me here every weekday morning live, because I will do the gratitude sandwich. And before you go to bed, plug your phone in the other room so you're not doing this, and you can just take a breath and think about the compliments. That's kind of fun. Until you can actually say to yourself, you know what? I'm not hot shiitake, but I'm not a piece of shiitake. I'm just pretty good shiitake. I'm good. I'm really good. And in that space is one of my favorite sayings is an African American saying that says, when there is no enemy within, nothing outside can hurt me. So when you begin to practice this muscle and own your goodness, own your worth, own your one of a kind, wonderful, unique talent, gift, and ability that you're here to express and play with and hone in life, until you get there, then what people say about you is gonna matter. And that's the slippery slope, man. Once you get to the place where, I bake my own cake and compliments and criticism are just icing. I can live without it. The core of who I am is what I think about who I am. And then when I get an insult, it's like, bless you. In my head, I'm saying, if I look like you, I'd be miserable too. But I don't say that out loud. But I do know they're doing the best that they can. And what they think is none of my business. What I think, how I like myself is 100% my responsibility. And I hope you heard that today, because that's it for Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show, and liking yourself. I hope you got some of that. I hope you do like yourself, because frankly, my dear, if you can't approve of yourself, how the fork do you expect anyone else to? It's all about balance, peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace. Now go and have the best day ever. I will see you tomorrow. I love my life.
Take back